Very good morning, sir. Welcome to our stall. My name is Shreyan Chorikakor from Standard 7D.
And I, Arya Kai from 8th B. Today we both are going to tell you about the International Sand Art Festival held at Chandrabhaga Beach in Puri, Odisha.
Held at Chandrabhaga Beach, around 3 km from Konark, the International Sand Art Festival showcases Odisha and its fantastic tourist attraction. The festival is free to watch and enjoy. Around the same time, the 13th century Sun Temple, about 65 km by road from Bhubaneswar, forms a background to the Konark Dance Festival.
Using the golden sands of the beach, artists here create intricate designs and sculptures. The festival revolves around diverse themes spanning cultural heritage, social issues, and environmental conservation. Every year, a theme is given to all the artists, and accordingly, they carve out their magnificent art pieces out of sand. Last year, the theme of the festival was ecotourism and environment, and the artists carved out sculptures aligning with the idea of it.
Tourists to the event have the unique opportunity to witness the evolution of the FE mirror masterpiece throughout the festival. Hence, sand sculpturing in Puri is not a new phenomenon, but at least 700-year-old, started by Balram Das, a devotee of Lord Jagannatha. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ananya Tushar Dure from Standard 6A.
And I am Daksh Bhatt from Standard 7th B.
Today, we are going to tell about the Kasa Festival.
The sun-kissed turquoise seawater with a long sandy beach and several turtles rushing to embrace the boundless sea. What else can soothe your eyes? If you wish to experience this, then you must visit Vilas village in Maharashtra, where Kasa Festival, that is Konkan Turtle Festival, is celebrated in the month of March. This festival is organized by Sahyadri Nisargamitra and Kaso Mitra Mandal.
A project village records the highest number of turtles nests every year across the 720-kilometer coastline protected by the NGO. Local support for the turtle conservation has improved following innovative programs like Turtle Festival, where tourists visit village beaches to witness the turtle hatchlings crawl towards the sea. Villagers provide tourist lodging and food facilities and thus receive the economic benefits in return for protecting the marine turtles. Local support for the program has added to the sustainability prospects of turtle conservation initiative. This way, by transforming the mindset of turtle poachers and smugglers from 22 villages, they turn them into conservationists.
So, when are you planning your visit? Thank you.
Good morning everyone, I am Manashri Kulkarni from Standard 7C.
And I am Advita Tadekar from Standard 7C. Today we are going to tell you about scuba diving in the Andaman. Scuba diving in the Andaman Islands, located in the Bay of Bengal, is renowned for its crystal clear water and rich in marine biodiversity. Scuba diving is a thrilling underwater activity where divers use self-contained underwater breathing apparatus known as scuba to explore the mesmerizing world beneath the water surface. The divers are often enclosed with the untouched alive corals, which house some of the world's most vibrant fishes and sea dwellers, which pop out from the blue ocean and present a beautiful scene around the diver throughout the dive. The perfect blend of clear water and low water currents makes sure a dive is stress-free and safe.
So experience one of the finest scuba diving experiences in India during your Andaman visit. Although there are 10 beautiful islands with more than 40 places to dive in Andaman, the perfect diving experience depends greatly on several factors like water depth, clarity of water, safety, population of corals, fish population, etc. Beginners and non-swimmers can easily do scuba diving by getting in touch with the right provider. To dive without certification, you will have to be accompanied by a certified instructor throughout the whole dive for maximum safety. In case of emergencies, a small rescue team is also present at the boat. Thank you.
Good morning everyone. Today we will tell you more about corals.
Corals are marine animals. Coral group is a colony of very many genetically identical polyps. They are a resemblance to rocks and other seaweeds found under the water. Corals create calcium carbonate, which forms a hard shell-like skeleton. Corals can be found in warm shallow seas and oceans. Corals only grow a few inches each year. There are hundreds of coral species of various colors, shapes, and sizes. They support 25% of ocean life. Coral reefs are one of the most diverse ecosystems on Earth. The colorful creatures are found across some of the Earth's water bodies. You have probably heard about the Great Barrier Reef of Australia and the stunning array of corals on display, or the favorite corals of the Red Sea that give it its iconic name. Well, you can find corals worldwide, but the Pacific Ocean has the most coral species. Because of the environmental restrictions, these generally are confined to tropical and semi-tropical waters. These corals are increasingly at risk of bleaching events. When water is too warm, corals will expel the algae, giving the tissues, causing the corals to turn completely white. This is called coral bleaching.
Many visitors come specifically to visit the reefs themselves, to swim over shimmering gardens of corals amongst the hordes of fish. The underwater sea walking in Andaman is one of the unique attractions that one must experience when visiting the Andaman Islands. One of the best ways of exploring the reefs, rich coral life and spectacular fish is through a fairly new, unique and uncomplicated sport called sea walking. Sea walking is quick, easy and does not require the use of complicated equipment. Enjoy the vibrant, brilliant marine life, vibrant flora and fauna, mesmerizing corals and a huge variety of fascinating sea fish in the natural environment. Another method to see corals is through scuba diving and snorkeling. Thank you.
I am Ananya Khopatkar from 7th C. Today I am going to tell you about snorkeling in Andaman Islands. Snorkeling is one of the most popular water activities in the world. In India, the Andaman Islands are known for having the best spots. The Andamans are surrounded by underwater coastal belts which are home to a dense ecosystem of coral reefs and formations. Now you might wonder, what is snorkeling? How to do it? Then, the act of swimming through or on the water while equipped with a mask and a snorkel is known as snorkeling. You can see clearly under the water with your mask. A special hollow tube with a mouthpiece on the end called a snorkel allows you to breathe the surface air while your head is down. If you want, you can also wear fins. Now, the difference between scuba diving and snorkeling is that when you are scuba diving, you have to bear the weight of a heavy oxygen cylinder. There are a lot of precautions and you can scuba dive into the deeper parts of the ocean. While when you are snorkeling, there is only one restriction, that you cannot snorkel below 1 meter depth, otherwise the breathing tube or snorkel will get filled up with water. When you are snorkeling, you can spot vibrant coral reefs, starfish, clownfish, sea anemones, jellyfish, lionfish, pipefish and a lot more. The best part is that when you are snorkeling, you can spot the schools of colorful fish that usually let you swim along with them. The best time for snorkeling in the Andaman Islands is during the winter season from November to May, as it is the ideal time to indulge in water activities when the temperature of water is up to 20 to 30 degrees Celsius, which is perfect to be in the water. If you want your experience to be unique and different, then snorkeling is just made for you. Thank you.
Good morning everyone. My name is Om Tarkar.
And my name is Parle Tadarkar.
Today we will tell you more about Hawai Volcanoes National Park. Hawai Volcanoes National Park preserves some of the most unique and distinctive global geological, biological and revered cultural landscape. This national park is home to a couple of most active volcanoes in the world, Mauna Loa and Kilauea.
What is the best time to see the lava? Well, the best time to observe the glow is before sunrise or after 9 pm, when most visitors have left. The park is open 24 hours a day.
Is it worth visiting Volcano National Park? Absolutely yes. Visiting Volcano National Park is worth it, especially if you're interested in geology, natural landscape and the unique opportunity to witness volcanic activity.
Tourists are fascinated to visit here because Hawaii is one of the 12 states where these active volcanoes exist. And even if you have never been to Hawaii, you might have already seen them in postcards and movies.
Usually people aren't allowed anywhere near active volcanoes, so it is only possible to view them from afar. However, since Hawaii volcanoes' intense eruptions are always strictly monitored, it is possible for the people to get up close to witness lava flow depending on the eruption status and activity of the volcanoes.
Visiting Hawaii Volcano National Park is an opportunity to see the side of the world that shelters an array of Hawaiian native species, which include fascinating birds, carnivorous caterpillars,
the largest dragonfly in the United States, crickets, new lava flows, endangered sea turtles, and much more.
The tour companies takes visitors on an unforgettable trip to the volcanic landscape of Cedar Road, a mesmerizing lava tube, and then into caves found by an 1881 Mauna Loa eruption.
Visitors stand in awe as they take in craters, steamers, and the beautiful red glow of flowing lava.
So, when are you visiting Hawai Volcano National Park? Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Nitya Kadam and today I am going to talk about sustainable tourism, in which the subtopic is blue economy. Do you know what is blue economy? Well, according to the World Bank, blue economy is a sustainable use of ocean's resources for economic growth, improved livelihoods and jobs, while also preserving the health of ocean's ecosystem. The Commonwealth of Nations considers it an emerging concept which encourages better stewardship of our oceans or the blue resources. A United Nations representative recently defined blue economy as an economy that comprises a range of economic sectors and related policies that together determine whether the use of ocean resources is sustainable or not. An important challenge of the blue economy is to understand and better manage many aspects of oceanic sustainability, ranging from sustainable fisheries to ecosystem health to preventing pollution.
Yes, you are right. I also heard that the blue economy uses smart shipping to lessen the impacts on the environment. But I don't know anything about smart shipping. Can you tell me more about it?
Yes, of course. New technologies are changing shipping for good. For instance, assistive technologies for navigation and data sharing. These developments are part of smart shipping. They make the shipping industry more competitive, safer, and therefore more sustainable. It covers not only onboard technologies but also the designs of ports and waterways so that using the data collected by sensors, a ship can maneuver autonomously or prompt the crew to take action. By enabling a vessel to sail more efficiently, smart shipping can make the maritime sector more competitive and therefore more attractive.
Yes, it is also inclusive and improves the lives of all. But is it true though?
Yes, it is indeed very much true. For example, advanced digital systems can ensure the crew members are deployed as effectively as possible and support them in their tasks or take over some of these tasks. Vessels can also make better use of the waterway capacity by adapting their speed and gaining more accurate navigational data. Greater efficiency also reduces the transport cost and in case of inland shipping boosts competitiveness in relation to road and rail transport. With smart shipping technologies, a ship can save fuel and money and therefore sail more sustainably. There are many more advantages of this blue economy like creates jobs, reduces poverty and ends hunger,
Conserves marine life and oceans,
protects coastal communities from the impacts of climate change,
harnesses renewable energy,
it takes action against illegal fishing.
and tackles marine litter and oceans pollution.
Now my friend Neil here will state some facts about plastic pollution and how to prevent them. Thank you.
Hello everyone, myself Neil Sankhe, and today I am going to enlighten you on plastic pollution. Do you know that only 9% of plastic trash is recycled? 91% ends up in landfills, in oceans, or are incinerated. An estimated 12 million tons of plastic is dumped into the ocean every year. Plastic never goes away. Plastic never biodegrades or decomposes into nothingness. It only breaks into smaller and smaller pieces. That means each and every single piece of plastic that's ever been produced is still somewhere on this earth. Plastic is dangerous for our health. Plastic contains toxic chemicals like BPA and phthalates. An estimated 93% of all Americans have bisphenol A, BPA, in their bloodstream. And here are a few facts about plastic pollution. Like, enough plastic is thrown away each year to circle the earth 4 times. 35 billion plastic water bottles are thrown away in the ocean every year. 1 million seabirds and 1 lakh marine mammals are killed annually from the plastic in our oceans. Plastic constitutes approximately 90% of all trash floating on our oceans. An average American throws away approximately 185 pounds of plastic per year. 50% of the plastic we use it just once and throw it away. With every problem comes a solution, and here's how you can help the ocean from getting polluted. Like, use fewer plastic products. Plastics can harm our marine life by entanglement, consumption, and habitat destruction. It's sustainable food items. To protect our marine life diversity, keep in mind where all your seafood comes from. Use eco-friendly products while doing dishes, laundry, or using personal care items. Keep in mind where all of the products end up when they go down the drain. And remember to keep the beaches clean and please save water. Thank you.
Welcome everyone. I am going to give you information on underwater aquarium. The SEA Underwater Aquarium, that stands for the Southeast Asia Underwater Aquarium in Singapore, is one of the world's largest aquariums. It is home to over 1 lakh marine animals, representing 1,000 species and over 40 diverse habitats. The aim is to remain safe under the glass tunnel and observe the rich marine life. There are many aquariums in many places such as Spain, California, Hawaii, Australia, Japan, etc. However, mobile underwater aquariums are also in vogue these days. Residents of Mumbai and Chennai had recently experienced these and enjoyed a lot. And now, Pune is also experiencing these in the Pimpri Chowk. Thank you.
Welcome everyone. I am Mahati Patel from 6th A and I am going to give you information on underwater caves. Underwater caves exist either in limestone region or in lava region. Sea caves occur on almost every cliff headland or coast where the waves break directly on a rock cliff. These are formed by mechanical erosion and at times due to the chemical process such as solution, oxidation, etc. that is responsible for the majority of inland caves. Carbonic and organic acids leached from the soil may assist in weakening rock within fissures. These are the few following underwater caves around the world. First is the Inazumi Underwater Cave, Japan. The Inazumi Underwater Cave was formed 300 million years ago during the Paleozoic era. It took its current from 300,000 years ago when it was submerged by a great eruption of Mount Tasso. It is one of the world's most unusual underwater limestone caverns, replete with underwater stalactites, coral stones and helictites. It is possible to walk around and see inside of the cave. The sound of the water trickling down with quiet echoes into the river pond and the sight of the beautiful green emerald spring are mysterious wonder that cannot be missed. Second is the Waitomo Cave, New Zealand. The Waitomo Globum Cave attraction is a cave at Waitomo on the North Island of New Zealand. It is known for its population of Arachnocampa luminosa, a globum species found exclusively in New Zealand. Under the green hills of Waitomo lies a labyrinth of caves, sinkholes and underground rivers. The area's name comes from Maori words Wai, which means water, and Tomo, which means hole. The easiest way to see the Waitomo cave is with walking or having a boat tour. If you like adventure, you should try the unique experience of blackwater rafting. You will crawl, swim and float through the caves on a rubber tube. The other way is to zipline through the darkness. Third is the Morgan's Cave, San Andreas. This is a cave which is more worthwhile exploring it due to its history rather than any particular natural beauty of the cave itself. This is where the Welsh pirate Henry Morgan supposedly kept his treasure on the island of San Andreas on the Colombian Caribbean. The cave is over 100 meters long but filled with water. So no treasure has been ever found, but a visit to this cave is an obligatory part of the trip to San Andreas only to learn about the island's fascinating connection with pirates. Thank you.
Good morning everyone. I, Durva Bandolkar from 7C, am going to give you information about the underwater waterfall in Mauritius. I am sure you have probably seen or at least heard about all kinds of waterfall, from the world-renowned Niagara Falls to the fleeting spectacular so-called Firefall in Yosemite National Park. However, you may not have seen a stunning underwater waterfall. Off the coast of Mauritius, a small island in the Indian Ocean, there is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a spectacular waterfall submerged in the ocean itself. This small island is situated on an ocean shelf that rises from the ocean floor. From the island shore, there is a gradual slope leading out to a sudden 2.5 mile, that is, a 4,000 meters drop to the ocean floor into an unknown abyss. The waterfall is actually an optical illusion formed by sand and silt deposits on the ocean floor. The sand and silt deposits on the ocean floor run off in a way that makes it look like they are pouring down a waterfall or like the entire island is being sucked down a vast drain. It's difficult to see the stunning underwater waterfall. To truly see what appears to be the flowing water, you need to be above the water looking down. The good news is that tourists are welcome and helicopter tours are available to help them see the spectacular effect. The continental shelf that Mauritius sits on is not deeper than 150 meters below sea level. But there's also another section called the drop-off that goes beyond the shelf's edge, where Mauritius underwater waterfall plunges an astonishing 4,000 meters into an unknown abyss. There are no malarial mosquitoes on the Mauritian island. The island is almost completely surrounded by a halo of coral which protects many of its bays and coves. The inside of Red Barrier Reef is very shallow and calm, where beginner divers can snorkel in placid lagoons and shallows full of fish. Thank you.
Good morning all, myself Atharva Phatak, and today I am going to talk about the Museum of Underwater Art. The Museum of Underwater Art of the coast of Townsville in northern Queensland is said to be the only underwater art museum in the southern hemisphere. It is not a traditional museum housed in a building. It's a series of installations and sculptures within the Great Barrier Reef Marine Park. Museum's mission is to educate visitors on the UNESCO World Heritage listed reef and highlight the need for conservation and restoration effort to help protect this precious ecosystem. In the first stage of the museum's opening, one important artwork is the Ocean Siren, a statue of a female figure opened in 2019. It stands in the shallow foreshore waters of Townsville. The 4-meter high sculpture is made by artist Jason D. Taylor and inspired by Takoda Johnson, a young indigenous girl from the Walgurukaba tribe. It showcases Takoda holding a traditional indigenous communication device, a bayless shell, while looking out towards the magnetic islands and the Great Barrier Reef Marine Park. The museum illuminated sculpture is linked to live data fed from the weather station on the Great Barrier Reef and indicates coral health and bleaching risk. When the sculpture changes to red, at that time the sea temperature is high, which is not suitable for the corals, and when it turns blue, at that time the sea temperature is low, which is suitable for the corals. You might wonder, how is this possible? The sculpture is linked to live data fed from the weather station on the Great Barrier Reef, and statue's 202 LEDs change their color in response to daily sea temperature. Jason D. Taylor designed Ocean Siren to be a visual representation of real-time reef conditions and to bring attention towards the effects of warming sea threats that can have on the fragile organisms that make up the living coral reef. Thank you.
Good morning everyone. Today I am going to tell you more about the Underwater Museum Musa, the first major underwater museum, opened in 2010 in the city of Cancun. Hurricane Wilma, which happened in 2005, caused a great damage to the city of Cancun and coral reefs, influenced the creation of this museum. This museum is located at the island of Isla Mujeres in the mysterious Caribbean Sea at the depth of 4 to 8 meters. The Unvisual Museum is a complex of surreal lifestyle sculptures of people, houses, a car, and other exhibits located right on the seabed. The museum shows humanity, the relationship with the man and the surrounding ecosystem, and draws the public attention to the environmental issues before it's too late. The authors of the figures were the 6 major artists, including the British sculptor and artist Jason Taylor. It is interesting to note that they use marine concrete, which include fiberglass, cement, and silicon, and install the figures on heavy bases weighing up to 2 tons, so they won't be carried away by the sea currents. Exhibits of the Underwater Museum. One of the most numerous compositions is known as the Silent Evolution. 400 different figures, including children and adults, seem to be freezed in a serious reflection about the future of our planet. They all are united by love and desire to make the world a better place. The man is on fire. The red chorus on the statue of the body indicates fire. The main intention of the author is to draw public attention towards the environmental issues before it is too late. The Gardener of Hope.
personifies the fragile connection between the humanity and the nature. A young girl caring for plants lies on the tiled area surrounded by flower pots in which live coral lurks secluded. The collector of lost hopes depicts an underwater archive and his pensive keeper. Around the man there are hundreds of bottles with messages that express hopes, goal and aspiration of the modern people to improve the ecology of the planet. Every year, 750,000 tourists come here by the extraordinary appeal of this museum. The cost of visiting the museum depends on how you visit it. You can dive into the museum by scuba diving or just with a snorkel or mask, or take an excursion to the semi-submarine which have huge windows to see marine life and sculptures. The third option, unusually but the clean and transparent water, permits you to view the figure directly from the boat. Thank you.
Welcome everyone, my name is Arya Thorole and today I am going to give you information on the Mosquito Biolum Bay. The Mosquito Biolum Bay on the island of Vaikus, Puerto Rico is the most bioluminescent in the world. This bay was officially declared the brightest in the world by Guinness Book of Records in 2008. It contains up to 160,000 microscopic dinoflagellates per liter of water. Dinoflagellates are a single-celled organism that lives in the water. They are a form of planktons. Dinoflagellates can produce the chemical luciferin on its own. This chemical is acted upon by an enzyme called luciferase. The interaction between luciferase and oxidized luciferin creates a byproduct called oxyluciferin. Due to this chemical reaction, a blue-green light is emitted for a fraction of a second. This light is produced in the cell organelles of dinoflagellates called scintillons, which contain both luciferin and luciferase. Scintillons are dense vesicles and are found in large numbers near the periphery of the cell, especially during the darkness. Due to tidal movement of water or any other reason that causes movement, this reaction takes place in the scintillons and the blue-green light is emitted. When a large number of dinoflagellates emit light together, the entire area gets illuminated. One can experience this beautiful sight either from the shore or on a glass kayak. Every one of us can do a little to ensure that our next generations can enjoy this natural wonder. Do not swim in the bio bay as it is against the law. This is because as any chemicals you apply to your skin, such as bug repellent, lotions, etc., can cause harm to the delicate balance of the bio bay. Do the bookings only through licensed tour operators. Tour guides that allow you to swim are breaking the law and not showing any respect or love for the island. If you are on a glass kayak, you can touch the water and see the starry lights come to life against your skin. However, there may be consequences like allergic reactions. Refrain from throwing any type of food, trash or object on the water during your tour. The smallest piece of object can kill thousands of precious little dinos that create the night show. The bio bay is best experienced during the new moon phase. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Welcome to the Northern Hemisphere. My name is Shreya Shirke and I am going to tell you about polar bear watching. A tourist activity that will grab your attention in Arctic is polar bear watching. Most of the polar bears are found within the Arctic Circle, though there are some polar bear populations further south in the Hudson Bay area of northern Manitoba, which is in Canada. Spend your days meeting majestic white bears, kayaking with smiling white whales, and enjoy a spectacular sunset under an endless dancing sky. Experience the breathtaking Arctic on a unique and unforgettable adventure with Lazy Bear Expeditions. Lazy Bear Lodge Tour, which is in Churchill, Manitoba, Canada. Norway National Geographic Expedition, which is in Svalbard, and Arctic Wildlife National Refuge, which is in Alaska, are a few tours which will give you this amazing experience. Thank you.
Hello everyone, welcome to the southernmost part of the earth, the South Pole, where we have Antarctica, the frozen continent, because it is in the permafrost state throughout the year. This place is sparsely populated. The population mostly consists of researchers doing research in research stations set up by different countries of the world. We Indians stepped on the frozen land in 1983 and established a research base named Dakshin Gangotri, a heroic task.
India presently has two research stations in Antarctica, namely Maitri and Bharati. Maitri has been in operation since 1989 and the new station Bharati has just been constructed and established in March 2030.
At both these stations, research and investigations are undertaken to understand the polar processes and the phenomena. Observation and studies are carried out to understand the global environmental issues, including climate change, ozone depletion, rise in sea level, etc. Thank you.
Good morning everyone. Today I am going to tell you about iceberg kayaking. Kayaking is a water sport that involves sitting in a small watercraft, propelling yourself through the water with a double-sided pedal. There are many uses of kayaks and therefore many different designs optimized for different activities. Kayaking is suitable for a wide range of people, from families, young kids and the elderly. Being a sit-down sport, the fitness requirement can be low, especially for calm water paddling. And no matter what your destination is, kayaking enables you to get closer to nature and enjoy your surrounding without disturbing it. Kayaking enables you to explore both well-known places and exciting new areas. That's because a kayak can move around areas that are not easily accessible by land. From open seas to meandering rivers and peaceful lakes, there are lots of places where you can go kayaking. There are many tours that take you around for iceberg kayaking. You may go for Yokul Sarlon Glacier Lagoon kayak trip, where you will be spellbound by the drama and sheer beauty of the ice wonderland as you glide across the surface of the calm water. Another such thrilling experience can be enjoyed at the Spencer Glacier Lake. This is a perfect paddle for the beginners and expert paddlers. There are no tidal influence in the Spencer Lake and no boat wakes. The guide takes you to a new captivating iceberg with a Moulin Hole or where a glacier cave has formed. Spencer Glacier and all glaciers are dynamic and always changing. Thank you.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Southern Hemisphere. My name is Shreya Shirke and today I am going to tell you more about penguin watching tour. Humans have always loved penguins. They are the most charismatic creatures. Their notorious curiosity, waddling gait and comical body language seldom fail to charm. But these flightless seabirds have evolved over 15 million years to become strong, nimble swimmers that often migrate long distances in pursuit of fish following seasonal ocean currents. There are around 17 to 19 species of birds that live primarily in the southern hemisphere. They include the tiny blue penguins of Australia and New Zealand, the majestic emperor penguins of Antarctica, and the king penguins found on many subarctic lands. The endangered African penguins and the Galapagos penguins are the only penguins to be found north of equator. Many tours take you around different parts of the world to see the routine of the penguins. To mention a few, first, classic Antarctica. This voyage is a perfect introduction to the Antarctic, visiting prime wildlife sites along the peninsula and in the nearby South Shetland Islands. Encounter huge rookeries of Gentoo, chinstrap and Adelie penguins. Beaches adorned with wallowing elephant seals and whales and dolphins along the way. Second tour is the Emperor Penguin of the Weddell Sea. This voyage to the Weddell Sea offers a unique highlight. 3 days are reserved to visit by helicopter an Emperor Penguin colony situated south of Snow Hill Island. Getting closer to these magnificent creatures in their natural habitat is a unique and memorable once-in-a-lifetime experience. The best time to visit the places is from November to March. If you want to swim with them without traveling the world, there is only one place where you can actually swim with penguins in the US. The Tanganyika Wildlife Park in Wichita, Kansas is the only place where you can actually dive in a pool with penguins for 30 minutes and even touch them under the guidance of a trainer. But climate change, global warming, overfishing, diseases, sea level rising, oil spills and habitat destructions are threatening penguins and charismatic aquatic birds that live primarily in the southern hemisphere. They are one of the world's most threatened birds, second only to the albatross. Thank you.